sir, course members have posted some questions. So if you allow, sir, I will take a group of 3 officers and they will ask their questions to you and you can answer them. And once the first question is completed, subsequently the other 3 will be asking the questions. So if you allow, we can go ahead.
It is okay. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Okay, the first group is Brigadier Mahmoud Maula Don, Commodore Abdul Wadud, and Joint Secretary Ataur Rahman.
Honourable Minister, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for enlightening us on the road to development of Bangladesh. Sir, I'd just like to know that how does your ministry promote the sustainable development initiative in rural areas of Bangladesh, ensuring the equitable access to the resources, improving livelihoods, and also fostering the poverty elevation, while addressing the inherent challenge of good governance and rule of law. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much for writing this question. Actually, we have a fantastic, as I point out in my concluding speech, that is we have a good, fantastic demographic dividend size. So, and the people of Bangladesh, as I told, that they are very, I think that they're nice people. So once we can use very properly all these peoples, so then it will give us huge incentive in economy. So there is it is not an individual issue or interrelated issue. Everywhere, whenever we will go to talk. So people's once they good governance systems, infrastructural facility, logistic, everything. Once we can extended them, so then can produce anything else. I believe that all area are coming up with the capacity to reach the goal. And infrastructural issue, you have pointed out that infrastructural actually. Rural infrastructure, actually, I think we very much aware that this country is a marshy land, country soil, because we are the downstream of Himalaya coast and the bank of the Bay of Bengal. So this is why there is a huge water in the rainy season is fallen in the downstream, and so this is why there is some of the soil condition is the. So whenever we go to develop any infrastructure, so we have to go strengthen our soil. So this is why our cost is much is compared to any other countries, it is higher. So but we are developing our design of the construction and according to our load-bearing capacity of the soil. So this is why though the cost is higher, but the sustainability issue is addressing. Any more questions?
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Sir, on your left, sir.
Yes.
Sir, on your left side, sir. Sir,
Oh,
sir,
yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Commodore Abdul Wadud from Bangladesh Navy. Sir, first of all, thank you very much for the enriching deliberation by you, sir. Sir, we are very proud to note that present government has boosted income per capita from 500 to almost 2,800 in a 15 years time, which is a huge improvement. Sir, would you please enlighten us about the distribution of this income? Does it concentrate to a particular group of people, or it is evenly distributed in all walks of the people in our society?
Yeah. Thank you very much. This is one of the, I think, very appreciable question, and anywhere there is a discontentment about this issue. Actually, commonly we are hearing about the disparity. We have a very fantastic government policy to address all this. Our fiscal policy is actually is following that types of guideline. Because of that, we can address the problems of the lower end people. You see, the peoples are living in the coastal area. So we are not actually ignoring them. Some project from my ministry we have taken to scale up their income. So this is one of the thing. And actually equitable development we are emphasizing, we are saying. So that is equitable development, not equal development. Equal development is not a practical, and equitable development. So equitable development we are doing, and we are keeping in mind about the equity. But you see, we are calculating this person, that person, or his wealth. If I go to say the Bill Gates, so Bill Gates has a huge money, or the Zuckerberg or Warren Buffett. So he has a huge money. We are telling that this money, he is the owner of these kinds of money. Many USA have a trillionaire, so, but we have a billionaire. But our lower end people have a low income. So he is the owner of a wealth, but he is not consuming the wealth. He is creating the wealth. Actually, we have to we have to give the attention on in depth. So somebody else, he has a maybe 100 crore taka, 200 crore taka, or $100 million, 200, $500 million. So, but his money is investing to produce something else, where there is a lot of employment generation and employment scope is actually generating, and many peoples are incoming, and this money, whatever it is, and how the thing is actually making conjugal and to mitigate the disparity, how that is, he is getting income, and the government through the fiscal management, they are realizing the revenue, and through that revenue, we are actually expanding for the rural people's lifestyle, livelihood development. So in true sense, once we say actually disparity, how much income and how much he is consuming. So this has to be given the priority. Actually, might be somebody else is consuming much and somebody is consuming less. But according to my personal perception and the actual documentation are producing, though whenever we are plotting all these things, we are like to say, oh, he is the owner of a $100 million, $200 million, $500 million. But this man have a only $100 or the $200. So this way we cannot be actually rightly calculated, because even industrialist, whenever he has a huge wealth, but this wealth is not consuming by himself. Might be he has a good numbers of industry. After that, he have earned a lot of money by this year, and this money is going to the further investment. Once the further investment do not be done, so one thing I think we have to take the note. Actually, my experience, as I told in my speech, actually experience and learning. So, what is my experience? Experience is that the native are the actually most important factor of the local development, national development. Foreign investment, there are many things else. It is apparently looks very appreciable, but in finally the income generation, whatever it is doing by the our local people, local investor, that is much more. I think ultimately in calculation, it is much more worthy for the nation. So it is. I don't believe that the disparity is that much high in Bangladesh.
This is Mohammad Ataur Rahman, Joint Secretary from Bangladesh Civil Service. Thank you very much, sir, for sharing some thought-provoking ideas regarding economy and development of Bangladesh. Sir, Bangladesh is shifting towards middle-income country, and this kind of shifting will require a transformation of economy from producer level or subsistence level to commercial level or mechanized one. Then certainly productivity will be increased significantly. Again, unemployment can be reduced. Then
Unemployment?
can be increased also much. Then what will be the options of providing more jobs to the huge job seekers in Bangladesh. And unemployment is also a government agenda at this time. And what will be the future plans of providing jobs to these huge job seekers?
Actually, it is I think the opportunity for Bangladesh from the least development country to we are graduating to be already been qualified to be graduated as a developing country. So there is a few challenges there because some tariff or some source of the facility we were enjoying might be, but I could not find good numbers of the tariff facility from the developing country we are enjoying anything else. But about the actually borrowing, that is now we are entitled for getting the concessional loan. So this concessional facility will be no more continue. This is the one of the big challenge. So concessional loan now you are least development country, so that what is the opportunity that is you are getting the concessional loan, but the size is inadequate. You will not get much more loan. But if it is not concessional, you have a developing country, whatever you see that borrowing of the USA is super. I am not updated about the present status. Their economy is 28 trillion economy, and their borrowing is 123%. Because they are the developed country, and the developed country, Japan, they are close to their size of the GDP. So, but for developing country, it could be, I think, or least developed country, it is 60% is very comfortable, like to say. But our actually borrowing at this moment, though we are going to be graduated, but our borrowing is less than, I think, is close to 30%. So in this, we are safe in that context. Besides that, actually, we have a only challenge mostly, that is some of the facility of the trade and commerce might be, will be not been continue, and big problem is that we will not get the concessional loan much more longer time after 26 or 2030. Until 26 we are getting, but by this time whenever we are going to plenty of the loan they are offering us, but actually we are very careful to accept it. If it is not concessional, I am not accepting. This World Bank is offering regularly. In my ministry, $11 billion is they have cross-sectional financial organization have offered, but we are negotiating. If we are not actually we are not accepting that one. So this is the one of the challenge. But I think if the whole over the world this kinds of problems are prevailing, if it is not continuing, then it is one of the big benefit for us. We'll buy it in higher price. Our production cost will be higher. Then we'll sell in higher price. You see that there is a television, many branded television. About the shirt, there is a Daniel shirt and Marks sponsor. So everybody, Daniel are producing shirt, whatever they are producing, all are selling, because this is highly branded. So Bangladesh have actually huge opportunity, and I believe that after garments and apparel business, and the many entrepreneurs are moving for the electronic and many other things. So which will be much more value added. So more income generative. So it will not mean I am not scaring about this. That I believe that it will not be the cause of the underemployment creation. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, the next group would be Brigadier General Amin, Air Commodore Mahbub, and Colonel Gertrude Mboy.
Honorable Minister, I am Brigadier General Amin from Bangladesh Army. Sir, we are very happy that what is happening in case of our development in the country. So far, we have seen from the social media and the news agencies that Bangladesh loan has become a mounting pressure for the country, as they say, and it is 37% increase from the previous fiscal year to this one. Again, they have also mentioned that in the year of 2029 and 30, it will cross more than $5 billion. Moreover, the income of the government has not increased in that way, rather somewhere it is static or gone down. If we take the statistics of the last 6 years, it found that the loan payment has increased a tremendous amount. On the other hand, our reserve has come to half if you compare the last few years. So it is taking a toll of the payment in future. So sir, we have a vision of 2041 where we want to be a developed countries. So considering this situation, do you think that we have to review the vision 2041 or we can achieve that one? Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Actually, according to the global standard, the borrowing of us is much more lower compared to our GDP and compared to our India and compared to, we are the contemporary economic status country, so, and Pakistan and many other countries. So our position is much more, that Pakistan is more than 88% and India is close to, I think, 80%. So of borrowing of the GDP. So that in this strata, according to this statement, we are in the safe side. Now one question might be raised. I have a $10 borrowing, but if I do not have a single money income, so then it is a threat. But at this moment, actually, whole the world is facing some problem. We are also facing problem. Despite all this problem, our GDP growth is about 6%. Though it is predicted by IMF, it is lower than 6%, but it is not lower than 5%. So many countries is minus growth or the 1-2%. So that in that context, I think it is not that issue, big issue. And about the reserve, you have pointed out that is true. Actually, as I told, we have to the gas, actually LNG, liquefied natural gas. We had we have a long-term contract with the Qatar and many fuel supplying country with the $5 per MMCF. But it have reached up to the $62, $70. So that it was a very big issue. So a certain percentage we buy from the long-term contract have also some threat, because might be on a sudden it could be false. So this is why every country have taken like right strategy like this way, that the a percentage depending on the long-term contract and other from the spot market. So this is why there is one issue. And another issue, as I have told in my speech, that is the fertilizer price have been raised much more. So we have to buy the fertilizer with a high price. So this is a lot of foreign currency have been drained. And in the same time, actually remittance have been declined. And export in 1 year have been declined. So all these things causes actually whatever the reserve at this moment we have, there is, even if it is $25 billion, even if it is 25, actually there is a process of the calculation. Might be IMF and Bangladesh have some sort of disagreement, but even after that, it is they agree it is more than $22 billion. So we have started our journey with $0.74 billion in the year 2009. Our reserve was $7.74 billion. So actually, you see in the whole world, the Europe and America, because who are the buyer? Garments, who is buying? Who is transacting? Actually, mostly tourists. About me, I myself, about you, it might be you will not go to your native market. You will not go to your shopping, for shopping. But whenever you will go abroad, I'm a minister. Whenever I go abroad, I have a very busy schedule. I have a scare of the time. But within this time, I try to make some time to go to shopping. Shopping, that means not buying actually seriously. It is I think psychological. It is a hobby people's. The arts develop within the psychology of the people. So in the Europe, I have a as per my information I got, I am collecting. That is in Europe and America, there is a huge sell fall. All the brand have a fall sale, and in Russia also. So this kinds of a thread we have. We have challenges here, or whatever the actually media. That is formal, informal media, they mostly, I find, sometimes there is many things is manufactured and fictitious. So it is not the required. But of course, there is a threat, definitely. You face the COVID, there is a big threat in the whole world, the world face, and world economy, and everything have been actually hurted. And in the same time, present situation, the Ukraine war is continuing, and many things is destroying, and many things even it is actually hurting the whole economy and sociology, environment even. Somebody else telling me that there are a lot of diseases newly is coming to the notice. So because of what? Because there is a weapon is using, so that this weapon, the air do not have the boundary. So it is floating and it is coming and it is impacting our air. We are breathing this air, and because of that, our physiology also affecting. So this kinds of a threat we have. So and the water in the sea also become a threat. So that many things, but it is out of our grip. So, but within our grip, I think we are not that much cause of that much worried.
Sir, this is here Commodore Mahbub. Sir, the last row. Sir, this side, sir.
Pardon? Yes.
Sir, this is Air Commodore Mahbub.
Yeah.
Sir, thank you very much for apprising us with so many encouraging statistics. Since beginning till now, we are progressing very smoothly and gradually. According to your statement, we have come to a level from where we are sailing for elevation from the lower developed country to middle income to developed country, and our per capita income is also increasing gradually. My question is that after adjusting the foreign debts, what is going to be our exact per capita income at present? Because we heard that more than $100 billion are already loan we are having in Bangladesh. So after adjustment, is the per capita income remaining healthy, or we are at a risk? Thank you, sir.
As I told, I think it is not the issue. Actually, our still, according to our GDP, at this moment, actually, we have started our journey in 2009, which is $74 billion. Now our GDP is above $450 billion. So according to the global actually crisis, risk, and it is healthy or unhealthy, they are calculating according to GDP. So at this moment, our GDP is more than $450 billion more, $60 billion. So this is not a big threat, and that is not issue. And you see, the USA, as I told, I have seen, I think, few months back, their borrowing is 123%. Our is less than 40%. According to our economy, I think it is okay. And borrowing, unless otherwise borrowing, this way, that way. I'm actually, about myself, I want to say, I am a owner of the bank, but though I am not actually, I have a shareholder, I cannot go there, I cannot hold any position and there. But I am the owner of bank. I have a industry, so I am doing the business. But I have a huge borrowing, and Bill Gates have a huge borrowing, and Zuckerberg have a borrowing. So once it is also the one of the dimension of the economic growth and involving and facilitated the peoples for involving with the income generation. So this is the huge issue. I think some economists or the exclusively about this, if we can go to discussion, then it will be, I think, then it is huge time required to explain. But I think at this moment it is no threat. And life is a threat. You see, whenever you will go to the street, there is a apprehension of the accident, but you will not stop to go outside. And once you eat anything else, so there is a challenge of the indigestion or some problem. But you will not stop of eating. So everywhere there is a risk, but within the risk you have to reach to your goal. Within the risk you have to reach the goal. So the government is, I think, you see, I born in a village. My father was serving in the Karachi at Pakistan University when I was a small boy. I have seen my father retired, and in our village market, I have seen that one cow was cut and slaughtered the meat, and it was very scaring to the slaughter whether it will be sold out. Now every day in my village home market, 7-8 cows meat is selling. So fish is there, and the peoples, everybody has a cloth. And in my early life, I have seen that 10% people did not have the cloth in that. So now everybody have a cloth. And all the boys' enrollment is much more higher. 100% people's boys are going to the school. So a lot of improvement is there. There is some challenges there, but even after that, we have a lot of improvement. You see, the autistic peoples are also, they are involving themselves in income generation. They are enjoying their life. So that I think there is a lot of challenges, but there is a lot of opportunity. Door of opportunity is going to be open. Yeah, thank you. Anything more?
Thank you, sir. I am Colonel Gertrude Bewe from Zambia Army. Due to some of the climate-induced vulnerabilities that Bangladesh faces, such as natural disasters, are there any comprehensive strategies, either for implementation or under implementation, which are targeted at enhancing resilience of key sectors such as agriculture and infrastructure in order to mitigate the impacts of any climate-related shocks? Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, right. Thank you very much. Climate Resilience Adaptation Program, we have a few numbers used according to the requirement. In the coastal area, we have a good numbers of the project is going ahead, and many people, how could they can survive with these kinds of the challenges. And I think it was globally appreciated about the flood shelter. And in earlier of my life, when I was a small boy, I was actually experiencing every year many 100,000 people was dying in the flood, cyclone, and many other causes. But now, actually, because of the flood shelter, there is no casualties there. And beside that, the people, those do not have the income, in the coastal area, they are normally it was used to, they migrated. But nowadays, we have a cross-sectional effort have been given. Because of that, many people they are with the, even after they are adapting with the climate challenges, whatever it is there, but they are doing the income generation. Many numbers of the project we have. In details, sometime maybe we can explain. But it is true that the people, those who are living the coastal area and the climate challenges they are facing, climate resilient adaptation, many numbers of program is going ahead, and there, I think, is much more better life. and also the communication and rural coastal area. We are also constructing many numbers of the facility with the resilience to the climate challenging areas. Thank you very much.
Okay, the next group is Brigadier General Ariful Bari, Joint Secretary Ashraf, and Brigadier General Shams.
Sir, on your left, sir. Sir, on your left. Sir, Assalamu alaikum, sir. I am Brigadier General Arif from Bangladesh Army. Sir, will it be possible to highlight that what metrics or indicators does your ministry use to measure the success of rural development program? And if possible, sir, few examples of recent initiatives that have significantly impacted the rural economy. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, right. Thank you very much. Actually, cross-sectional effort is giving. You see, once there was no communication system, now we have improved the communication system. Well, government is giving the seed money to the many people. So the seed money, they are involved with some sort of the income generation. We are arranging in the rural area some technical training center. So in those training center, there is a lot of livelihood. How can you scale up your livelihood status? So they are in getting the income. And the government is giving the cross-sectional loan through the directly NGO, non-government organization. Non-government, whatever it is doing, because it is a part of the government initiative. Government are directly, they are not lending the money, but through the non-government organization, NGO. So, and in the same time, there is a landless people sit there in the rural area. So all the landless peoples, whenever they are getting chance to cultivate something else in other people's higher land, but they do not have the money. So we have a good numbers of the organization, those who are financing them, and through the strategical process, they are financing them, and they are income generating. And there is a one small farmers initiative like this way under the command of my ministry in the Rural Development Division. There is a program, and I just few days back I have evaluated their program. What is their status? They have given me a fantastic status. That is, huge income have been generated, and they are paying back the loan. Once they are paying back, that is, it means they have their own income generation is much more appreciable level. So that it is so in cross-sectional many ways there is actually new opportunity have been opened, and every area government is taking in cognizance to address. Thank you.
Sir, at the back, sir.
Yeah, okay.
S.M. Ashraful Islam, Joint Secretary. Sir, for going along the goals of developed Bangladesh, we need to keep the industrialization and employment going side by side. But for maintaining the industrialization, we have to face a setback of importing capital machineries in huge amount, which costs our hard-earned foreign currency. But we see that we are failing to go into the venture of producing domestically the capital machineries. So what are the hindrances you think to go into the venture of domestically producing the capital machineries to save our foreign currencies and to balance the stress on the balance of payment? How can we go into the capital machinery domestically producing? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, capital machinery production in from our own capacity, it is actually, we have to scale up our position, technology and the financial and know-how level. So unless that time, up to that time, we have to actually defend that, has to be dependent on the imported one. Actually, it is not we only, even China, and I have experience about the Taiwan, you see. So Taiwan used to import it from Germany, Japan, and producing the product. But in course of time, I find that they started, instead of the product production, they started machine production. And Taiwan, when Taiwan was producing the machine, this time, I think 1 or 2 decades before, the China was also used to import from the Taiwan. So now I find that there's many machine China is producing, which is more compatible with the Taiwan product machine, because in terms of the actually the operation and technology and productivity, all these causes, and the size of the machine, all this is so until we have a right entrepreneur development, we have to depend on the foreign capital machinery. And Japan also still they are importing something else from the European countries, and China also, and we are also depending on China and Japan and Korea, many others. So it is not I think once we can produce the product, then in next course of action we can produce the machine. Thank you very much.
Sir, Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Ji.
Sir, I am this side. Sir, I am Brigadier General Shams from Bangladesh Army.
No.
Sir.
Oh, ji, yeah.
Sir, the question is related to Podda Bridge is the dream of our nation that has connected the southwestern part directly. So far it was the economic development, industrial development was not taken part if we compare to the other part of this country. Now it has connected to the southwestern part. So there is a need of also government also talking number of times that they will take the massive program for the development of this sector. So if you can put some highlight that what kind of development project is likely to be taken by government for this part for future development. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Actually, at this moment, because there is a income generation level of those area was very much scarce, and people's actually even they produce the agricultural product, they could not sell. They did not have the market because the market was so far in terms of the hour time. So once they produce any vegetable or anything, a fish, they did not have the market to sell. If they send it to Dhaka, it was required within time 4, 5 hours, 6 hours. So then up to that time, the vegetable and fish could not be, I think, remain up to the level of the selling. So now that there's actually after connectivity establishment and Josur, Khulna and Shoritpur, and Foritpur, all many area, Gopalganj, and so all this and the short distance time. So this is why their agricultural product is going ahead. And in course of time, we are also working. We have a planning for industrialization, and many industrialists also bought the huge land in those areas because there is a I think it is an incoming area where a lot of industry will be set up. And but it needs a certain time, and actually nowhere in the whole of the world this outright it have been developed. So I think in future this kinds of development for value-added income and more income generation could be done from those areas. Thank you. That will take time. Yeah.
So the next group is Brigadier General Salehin and Joint Secretary Dilshad. We'll take 2 questions, sir. I think within that time, the time will be up.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. So I'm here, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. So last year in September 2023, sir, the State Minister of Primary Mass Education, sir, Mr. Zakir Hussain, sir, he said that the literacy rate last year was about 76.8%. Now, despite having a lot of effort in this particular sector, Bangladesh still faces the challenges in terms of the quality of education and the accessibility of the people for education, sir. As we can see that we lack the skilled labor and relatively low literacy rate that is hindering the technological advancement and others. Sir, in this context, sir, what is your opinion that Bangladesh should have the strategy to increase the human capital for the effective development? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I agree with you. Actually, quantity and quality in nowhere in the whole of the world about anything else could achieve in the same time. And quality, it is a hypothetical term, quality. Actually, quality level in the whole of the world, it is a challenging issue because quality do not have the actually not demarcation every day and new many things it is innovating. So in Bangladesh, actually, it was because one rickshaw puller, he did not know anything else. So now once he can operate the message through the mobile. So these kinds of literacy he have acquired. Because of that, might be he wants to buy something else from the long distance and he can send the message and they can send this product. And through that, might be he can send the money through the mobile and the cause of it. So this was not required to go him, and because once he go there and come back or send somebody else, there is a huge cost. This cost could be and human capital, definitely it is a very important. Once you can scale up, you can rise up to the remarkable level, that must definitely the people's lifestyle in the livelihood will be scale up. But I think despite a lot of challenges, there is a lot of actually weakness, loophole, drawback, our education sector also going ahead, including all sector. But there is everywhere there is some sort of the actually issue is you can find out that to criticize. But even after that, I think our literacy rate 76% is compared to much more earlier. It is very appreciable level. So, and I think in course of time, our teacher has to be qualitative one. So it is coming up and growing up. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, this is Joint Secretary Dilshad, sir. Sir, Bangladesh government has a work plan, My Village, My Town, for the transformation of rural Bangladesh and extending all modern civil amenities in every villages. However, creating job opportunities is crucial for retaining the educated young generation to the villages and avoiding the rural-urban migration. Sir, do you have any plan for creating job opportunities in the villages for the educated young people?
Yeah, thank you very much. Very nice question you have raised. Actually, our village, our town. This is the actually the one of the issue government raised, and I myself is the fortunate person. I am leading the this philosophy. Actually, if I like to say, so job opportunity can created once actually many issue we can address, and there is one of the big challenge you have pointed out, that the migration of the people from rural to urban. You see the farmers, he is a farmer, and he loved to think that his son will be educated and he will not remain, he will not be employed as a farmer, and he will be service holder, something else he will go. So the opportunity is only the urban area is actually available in rural area. So this is why actually we are taking many actually many program by which actually it is a huge discussion and huge issue. So once we can do that is about me. If I like to say, I have started one project with the aim, that is the demarcation of the land, cultivation land. So demarcation of the land, once we can remove that one, and one land belongs to you, another one is here, is in the same boundary. So once we can remove all these things, then it will be one land. And this one land, if I can do that, so that what will be the magic is there. And in my constituency, I have exercised one. It is 100 acre, and maybe 100 numbers or 200, 300 numbers people is the owner. So I remove all this land demarcation and cultivate it. And I find that I develop one management system, and another 2-3 also I have started in my constituency, another for fishing, and in the winter summer season the agriculture, and but there is no demarcation. So I develop one some of the procedure by which everybody will be benefited. So what I saw that agricultural one, if I give the example, that the product cost reduce more than 28%, production cost, and yield rise about 30% or 20%, like this. That is, it is very significant. So this is why all the owner of the land became very happy. So why I giving the example for this one. So once I can do this way, so what will be the ultimately consequences? Once I can do, because in our country, bank do not like to involve or borrowing money, lending money to the agriculture. So once I can make make cultivation collectively, so there is one management system is there, and this management system is involved. So about 100-200 acre land, whenever it will be owned. So then there is a books of accounts, and there is a procedures. So the bank saw, oh, it is very good and it is income generative. Once it is income generative, if they can involve them legislatively in binding, then they will pay back the money. So once they pay, they will be liable to pay back the money, so the bank will be interested. So once huge numbers of the area will be open for the borrowing the money, so there is many numbers of the bank branches will be required to be open. So once the many numbers of the bank is there, so then the many people will get the chance, qualified people will get the chance to employ it. And in the same time, we do not have the traditional insurance in the agriculture, or fishing, these, that, many things else. So that if we can do that, that educated people, once they involve, they both husband and wife, they work in the bank and a prestigious job. His father aspiration will be fulfilled, and accordingly he will involve, and they will reside in the village. Once they reside in the village, they will have a kid, and the kid will need the education. So that I will set up or some process. We have in the program. This is one of the component. The school will be set up. So once the school will be student will be the educated people's kids, so they will be careful about the school. So, and this is the one option. I told you the agriculture. This is not the only the destination. Once the rice produce, then I can set up one that is husking mill, and after husking mill we can go to the packing. Once I can go to the packing, then I can processing, and there is some multidimensional, so that everywhere there is a scope of the bank, insurance, and technology use. So this is then the many numbers of the employment scope would be generated. So it seems to be far, but it is not that much very challenging once we are very determined to do. And I also started one pilot project, and I have another because according to the land and the demographic size of Bangladesh, traditional housing in the rural area, there is scatteredly all the houses, so that it is very difficult, challenging to connect it with them, the power, energy, and the sewerage and waste management. Many issues is there, and we must have to, we cannot ignore the ecological challenges. So all these things. So all these things, this process cannot be good. So this is why I have already taken one project, and I cannot outright telling the name of the area, but project have been approved by Honorable Prime Minister in the ACNEC and the final, and now we are going to start it for implementation. That is, my actually personal views is like this way. So once we can relocate all the peoples in the high-rising building, because we are densely people, so that we will need a huge people. And I am doing the master plan for the all Upuzilla. So in the how many road will be there, whenever our per capita income will rise up to the, you see, if it is a $6,000, so most of the peoples will own a car. Even you are rural area or urban area. So once he is a $6,000 and it is not too far to us, so once then huge vehicle will be owned of all the individuals. So where is the road, we have to be careful. And we have to go for the very plan-wise housing and the shop and many other infrastructure development. So all these things we have a program, and accordingly we are doing that. And it is very one of the big issue, that is once we cannot be employed our dwellers to the particular area and discouraging the migration. Migration is only because why the people migrated, why the people are coming to Dhaka, why coming to the Kumilla town, because for the employment, for income source, and for education, and for the health care. All these fundamental issue we can set up in the rural area, then people will not be this much crazy to migrate to the urban area. All these things is not out of our out of our program. This is also within our program. I don't know, but it will maybe take time. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. With that, we have come to an end. Officer, please. Sir, you may take your seat, please, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure and confident that today's session was very rewarding, and we are immensely benefited by this session which was delivered by our Honorable Minister. Sir, we are very grateful to you, and thank you very much for your valuable time you have spared for us. On behalf of Commandant and all members of NDC, may I humbly request all course members to stand and give a omission for our Honorable Commander. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, sir.